That actually brings to mind the hole in the ozone layer. There is a big debate now about whether the hole in the ozone layer was purely cyclical and it was always going to close back up again, or there are Greens activists that say, no, we saved the world by getting rid of CFCs and these various things that were destroying ozone. That's why the ozone hole has closed back up again. It does have a certain feel about it that they're beginning to look for a narrative that will allow them to get out an escape hatch, as you call it. You mentioned the numbers and numeracy. I did a video recently explaining the bid stack and how that works, because I think you're spot on. The fact that actually a lot of the people in this space, let alone a lot of Australians generally who don't live and breathe this stuff, just don't actually understand how electricity is priced and how that really does disguise a lot of the costs and a lot of the impacts of the cost of renewables. But there's the numbers side of things in terms of costs. You were chatting with me off air just before we came on about how they're also making claims around the numbers of deaths that are going to be caused. And fill me in a little bit, because this is a story that passed me by. There's apparently a study that has managed to calculate how many deaths in Europe we will see as a result of an Australian offshore gas project. Did I get those details right?
You did. I'm calling this the climate oracle. They have spoken, and the ABC has soaked it all up, of course, with no hard questions. So they've come out with climate models, and the prophets have said that 484 people will die in Europe because of the Scarborough gas project